Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you doing today? Welcome to my live lesson today. My name is Shelly. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new to this channel, then welcome. If you've watched my live lessons before, then welcome back. Today we're going to do a really quick, fun lesson. We're going to be doing, this is a series that I just started. I did the very first episode last week. I did it on Saturday morning, and it was a quick 25-30 minute live lesson, and that's what we're going to be doing again today. And this is part 2 of that series. We're going to learn, as the title says, 5 English slang words that you should know. All right, so 5 English slang words that you should know. These are going to be 5 really useful words. We're using them in our current everyday life. If you're back home in America, you're in Canada, if you're in any English speaking country, these words are really useful, very popular these days. Most of this slang is going to be coming from the US. Okay, it's going to be coming from the US. A lot of the slang that we learn that originates in English often does come from the US pop culture. And that's what we're going to be doing today as well. So stick with me. We're going to learn 5. I'm going to put the lesson on to the screen right now. It looks like my camera is a little dirty. Let's just wipe that. There we go. All right. So as always, I will be putting the lesson onto the screen, and you will see it right there. Saturday's lesson, I went quite quick with it. We did move really quickly. The whole premise, the whole idea behind this new series is, for most of my live lessons, I've been doing really long lessons. We go an hour and a half, and those are great. I'm still going to continue to do those. The reason why I've decided to do something a little bit shorter is because sometimes with vocabulary, and especially with slang vocabulary, it is a little bit difficult to understand, the meaning of the words. It's a little bit difficult to use the words. So if I am giving you too many, then a lot of times people have trouble remembering all of them. So I decided let's sort of compartmentalize. Let's make it smaller. Let's just start with 5. We'll go with 5. We'll see if you can remember all 5, and then we move on from there. Okay, sound good? So basically, slang words, you can see the title there. It's idioms and slang. Today, it's going to be slang. Now, basically, a slang word has a figurative meaning and a literal meaning. Okay, that's just big words. Basically, a figurative meaning, it's the actual meaning of the slang. Literal meaning is if we look at the word, sometimes it means something different. Now, for instance, if I said this word here, sick, I think most people understand what this word is. Most people know sick means you're not feeling well, you're ill. Okay. But in this time, it's slang. It actually has a separate meaning. Okay, so sick can actually have a different meaning. The literal meaning of sick is I'm feeling unwell. Maybe I have a cold. Maybe I have a fever. Okay, but the real meaning, slang meaning of sick means something is very cool. Something is great. Okay, so that's the slang meaning. All right, so that's the figurative meaning. The literal meaning is unwell. The slang meaning, the figurative meaning means cool or great. So the movie I watched a movie last night. I watched Twister actually last night, and it was sick. It was sick. If you haven't seen that movie, it is quite good, actually. I really enjoyed it. I watched the original one long time ago. It is really cool. So if you ever get a chance to watch Twister, give it a shot. It's really cool. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the idioms here So let's move this down. We're going to go one by one. We'll go through each idiom one by one. And the very first idiom we have here is flex. Flex. All right, I'm trying to make the screen as big as possible for us to see. That's the first word here. It's flex. All right, now the literal meaning of this, if we were just to be practicing, what does flex mean? Well, flex is kind of like, people who have muscles, they make their muscles. That's called flexing, right? But this has a different meaning. So what I'll do is I'm going to put an example sentence on the screen. And then from there, you tell me what you think it means. Okay. So my example sentence is going to be right there. Posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. Posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. All right, what do you guys think that means? All right, so posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. All right, I'm just posting on my community site. I wasn't planning to do a lesson today, but I just decided to do one. I was trying to do more than one on the weekend, but I was unable to. So I'm just posting to let people know that we're live right now. All right, so posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. Okay, so basically what this means, and it kind of goes with the whole, when you're flexing your muscles for someone, basically you're showing off. All right, you're showing off. All right, so let's try to get this all fit in there. So to show off something, especially in a way that is meant to impress others. So you're posting a picture of your new car onto social media, onto YouTube, onto Instagram, onto TikTok, onto Facebook, onto Twitch, onto X. You're posting it on there because you're showing off. You want everybody to look at you and be impressed with you. So the example sentence here again was posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. Okay, so I'm going to leave the definition for flex on the screen right now. And we're going to look at number 2 as well. Number 2 says tea. Okay, tea. Well, the literal meaning of tea is a drink. It's a caffeinated drink. Earl Grey tea, rooibos tea, oolong tea, green tea, matcha tea. There's so many different types of tea. Hibiscus tea, which is my favorite recently. So many different types of tea that you can have. But this is not talking about tea. This is not a drink. So let's look at an example sentence. The example sentence here. Did you hear the tea about what happened at the party last night? Did you hear the tea about what happened at the party last night? All right, what do you guys think that means? Did you hear the tea? All right, so I want you to think carefully here. What do you think tea means here? Okay. Now, this is quite common recently. So you will hear it a lot. It is new slang. Right. So basically what this means here, it means gossip. All right. So T means gossip or information, especially when it's like really juicy gossip. Okay. Have you ever heard of that phrase, juicy gossip? Juicy gossip means it's gossip that's, that it's everybody wants to hear. It's got really, really like private information. It's juicy. It's very interesting. It's exciting, right? So we can say gossip is juicy. That means it's great. It's really private. It's really wild. It's really unbelievable information. So T, the slang word for tea is gossip or information, especially when it's juicy or scandalous. Okay, scandalous. Scandalous comes from the noun scandal. Okay, it comes from the noun scandal. Okay, this means that it's information that's going to cause a scandal. It's going to cause some issues. Maybe this information, people don't want it to come out. If it comes out, it creates a problem. So we can say it's scandalous. All right. So let's say, for example, scandalous information during the Olympics. If an athlete was using steroids and they were caught, it would be scandalous. It would be, information that we don't want people to know. Okay, so that's what number 2 is. T means scandalous gossip, juicy gossip. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3, and I'll leave number 2 on the screen for you. All right, number 3 says vibe. Vibe. What does this mean, vibe? And what I'll do is I will put an example sentence on the screen. That way you can get a good idea. All right, my sentence here is the cafe has a really chill vibe. It's the perfect place to relax. The cafe has a really chill vibe. It's the perfect place to relax. All right, so here, the word vibe, basically it's just kind of like the mood, the atmosphere, the feeling of a situation or place. Okay, so I try to get both on the screen there. So vibe means like it's the mood, it's the feeling, it's the atmosphere of a situation or of a place. All right, so that's the first 3. Now, just to review the first 3, we've got flex. It means to show off. T means gossip. And vibe means the mood or the atmosphere. All right, let's look at number 4. I like number 4, hangry. Hangry. All right, and I've got my example sentence. My example sentence is right. There. I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. All right, so I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. All right, what does this mean? If you get really hangry, what does it mean? Okay, so basically, you're going to become very irritable. You're going to be very angry. You're going to be short-tempered. All right, so basically, hangry means you're irritable. You're very irritated. You're short-tempered due to hunger. Okay, so I'm sure both of you or anybody right now watching, you can actually see how this was made. So it's basically hunger or hungry plus angry, and we've made the word hangry. So some people, when they get really, really hungry, they become angry. They become angry because they don't have nothing, they don't have anything to eat. Right? If you're hungry and you eat, you don't become hangry. But let's say I'm hungry, but I have nothing to eat, or I don't have time to eat. I'm busy, I cannot eat. So the longer I cannot eat, and of course I'm becoming more and more hungry, now that means I get a little bit irritated, I get angry, I get short-tempered. So we can say hangry. This is going to work just like the adjective. You can say, I'm hangry. Okay. And in the example sentence here, it says, I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. Parmesh, hello. How are you today, my friend? I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. So Parmesh, we're doing a quick little lesson today. This is a really short lesson. We're going to learn 5 slang vocabulary words. And then we're going to do a little 3-question quiz. Are hangry and rage both the same? No. Hangry means you're angry, like you're angry because you're hungry. You're angry because you're hungry. Rage is very severe anger. It's uncontrollable anger. So rage is not good. It's really bad. It's really dangerous. That's why sometimes you'll see the terms kind of road rage. Road rage means it's uncontrollable anger. And road rage means it's uncontrollable anger when you're driving. All right, so very, very dangerous. So rage is uncontrollable. Hangry is just you're angry because you're hungry. And the great thing about hangry is once you begin to eat, your anger goes away. Your irritability goes away. All right, let's do one more. It's the last one. I'm going to try to keep hangry on the screen there. The last one here is no cap. No cap. All right, what does no cap mean? Here is example sentence of that. That was the best concert I've ever been to. No cap. Okay, that's the best concert I've ever been to. No cap. All right, what does this mean? Miranda, hi, how are you? No doubt, not no doubt, not no doubt. And sometimes we'll even see this sentence like this. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to show you one more way people write it. Sometimes people write it like this even. That was the best concert I've ever been to. No. And then there's the emoji with a ball cap, a blue ball cap. That was the best concert I've ever been to. No cap. So basically what this is going to mean, no cap means no lie. No lie. Okay, so if no cap means no lie, that means cap equals lie. Okay, cap equals lie. Okay, so not with respect, but lie, yeah. Let's say, for example, I said, okay, hey, yesterday I was so lucky because I had, I met and I had dinner with like Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and George Clooney. Three of them and me, four of us. We hung out, we had dinner. It was so much fun. Now you might say to me, Shelly, that's cap. That's cap. That means that's a lie. Oh, okay, Miranda. That's okay. I got it then. So yeah, no doubt is a little different meaning, but yeah, if you got the right meaning, that's great. So don't doubt me kind of thing. Yeah, that's perfect. Excellent. Perfect. Why we say cap equals lie, I don't know. It's just part of our Western culture now. We use that a lot. It's actually becoming really, it's starting to become old slang. It's starting to become old slang now. Okay, so those are the 5 words. Those are the 5 words. 5 words which I think you should be able to remember, and you should be able to use it like from today. So let's just give a quick review of all 5. Okay, flex means to show off something, especially in a way that is meant to impress others. Right? So if you're showing off, you're trying to impress other people, then that's flex. Okay? So flex means to show off, especially you're trying to impress others. Let's move on to the next one. T. Okay? T means gossip. T means gossip. It means juicy information. Some, gossip that's scandalous. Did you hear the tea about what happened at the party last night? Did you hear the tea about what happened at the party last night? All right, so that's T. That means gossip. Next, we've got vibe. Vibe. So the cafe has a really chill vibe. It's the perfect place to relax. The cafe has a really chill vibe. It's the perfect place to relax. All right, and then number 4, hangry. Hangry. I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. I get so hangry if I don't eat by noon. All right, so this means that you are irritable, you're short-tempered, you're angry because you're hungry. All right, so you don't get enough food. You've been trying to eat, but you have no time. So you become hangry. All right, then last one here was no cap. No cap means no lie. Okay, or cap means lie. So that was the best concert I've ever been to, no cap. All right. And remember, a lot of times when you're looking at social media, if you're looking at Twitter, if you're looking at Instagram, if you're looking at YouTube, and you're reading the comments, you will often see the actual ball cap, the blue ball cap emoji. All right, so that means no cap here. So there is a thief. He's trying to say a cap, but I believe people are very smart. They will not be cheated. Okay, so we don't say like he's trying to say cap. We use cap paramesh only kind of like to say something. Like, my friend said something, I don't believe him, right? You know, a long time ago, if my friend said something and I don't believe him, even now, I might say, oh, one sec. I might say this. You know, that's BS. That's BS. Okay, that's bullshit. That's BS. That's bullshit. Right? That's saying, yeah, you're lying. You're lying. That's a lie. Right? You could say that, but in this situation, I would just say cap. That's cap. That means you're lying. And then the other way is I want to tell people that what I'm saying is true. So I end the sentence with no cap. Like I had dinner with Brad Pitt yesterday. Seriously, no cap. Means I'm being honest. I'm not lying. So we don't really use this in a sentence. It's more kind of you're directing it at someone to say lie, or I'm saying it at the end of my sentence to say I'm not lying. And then, of course, that's BS. You could use that. That's still common. Okay, so those are the five. Those are the five that you should remember. So what I'll do is I'll make a little banner here, and I'm going to put all five onto the screen. We've got flex. Okay, we've got T. We've got vibe. We've got hangry. And we've got no cap. Okay, so these are the five that we learned today. Flex, T, vibe, hangry, no cap. Does this word mean it is stupidness or means you lie? It means you lie. It actually has multiple meanings. But for example, if I said something that's unbelievable, then you would say that's BS. You know, that's bullshit. Right? That's just saying, yeah, that's not true. Okay? But BS also can have another meaning. You know, if you think something is not fair, you think something is not fair. Like, oh, yesterday I went to work. I worked like 12 hours, but they didn't pay me overtime. Or you're like, what? That's not fair. That's BS. That's bullshit. So if something's not fair, we can say BS as well. Now, these words here, like BS, and there's a lot of bad words. We call them curse words. And I know a lot of people do not like these words. Of course, you should never use them in business or at school. But if we're being honest and if we're being realistic, these words are very commonly used in America, in Canada, in Australia, wherever you hear people speak English. It's really commonly used. And they're very, very useful, these words. So be selective how you use these words with your friends. definitely it's okay. I use these words all the time, and they're very, very useful. So yeah, it's not, never use it at work and stuff like that. With good friends, you can say that. Okay, so flex, T, vibe, hangry, no cap. So let's do our quiz here. All right, so we've got a quiz here. Try to fit it all into the screen. Okay. So please complete this sentence by choosing one of the words here. Okay. She was something after waiting so long for her food to arrive. Miranda, hangry. Yes. She was hangry after waiting so long for her food to arrive. That has happened to me before. I've been at some restaurants where the service was not the greatest. It took forever to get my food, and you get hangry. Paramesh, hangry, perfect. Okay. Let's look at number 2. He spilled all the something about the office drama during lunch. He spilled all the something about the office drama during lunch. Miranda, tea. He spilled all the tea about the office drama during lunch. Okay. Now, sometimes the word spill, I like that, spill. We will say spill it. Spill it means please tell me. Not please, just you're telling the person, tell me, tell me, tell me. All right, don't keep it a secret. Tell me. All right, spill it. Spill it. That means please tell me. All right, so here he spilled all the tea about the office drama during lunch. All right, and we got one more here. And what I'm going to do is let's get rid of that. This place has such a positive something. I love spending time here. All right, this place has such a positive something. I love spending time here. And Miranda, vibe. Perfect. This place has such a positive vibe. I love spending time here. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so that one here is vibe. All right, this place has such a positive vibe. I love spending time here. So we used one of these 5 slang words. All right, so that was the 3 questions. That was sort of your quiz, right? So we've, just to kind of recap here, number 1 was she was hangry after waiting so long for her food to arrive. Okay, hangry is done. Then we had he spilled all the tea about the office drama during lunch. So he spilled all the gossip. And then number 3, this place has such a positive vibe. All right, so this has a great mood, a great atmosphere. So what I want you to do now, this is kind of a 2-part thing. Anybody watching on the replay, you do this for homework. And anybody who's watching right now, we still have 2 more slang words, which we didn't do a question with. Number 3 is the last one. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to make your original sentence for the remaining two. All right, so we've got flex and we've got no cap. Flex and no cap. Give me an example sentence using flex and one with no cap. All right, so if you want to challenge it right now, anybody who wants to do it later, that's completely fine as well. You can do this for homework. Anybody watching on the replay, do this for homework. You're going to be making a sentence, one with flex, one with no cap. And I just got rid of everything here. Before, it's going to be flex. And number 5 is going to be no cap. Flex is like showing off. You are right, like a noun. So for example, here's an example sentence. Posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. You know, I can make another example sentence here. Maybe I could say that as an example sentence. Buying front row tickets to the concert was definitely a flex, but totally worth it. Okay. Here, in this situation, I wouldn't use it as a noun. I would use it as a verb. I do not like people who love to flex. No cap. Okay. So here, I wouldn't use it as a noun. Verb would be better. And in this one here, no cap. You only use no cap if something sounds unbelievable. Like it's kind of far-fetched. It's not very believable. Then you say no cap. But just a regular sentence, we wouldn't really say no cap. Because I think, you know, a lot of people like to flex. And most people don't like it. So if you want to see it as a verb, you know, maybe as a verb, I would make this sentence using flex as a verb. He always flexes his latest tech gadgets at every meeting, trying to impress everyone. Yeah, so it can be used as a verb as well. The sentences the two sentences I gave, I used them as nouns. You know, buying front row tickets to the concert was definitely a flex. Posting pictures of your new car on social media is definitely a flex. But it is possible to use it as a verb as well. I think as a noun is more common recently. But using it as a verb is fine. He always flexes his latest tech gadgets at every meeting, trying to impress everyone. Okay, so Paramash, you've got, there was no cap when I shared my feelings about our old teacher. So I would put no cap at the easiest way to use no cap is by putting it at the end of the sentence. By putting it at the end of the sentence. And again, remember, no cap, you're really saying, oh, I'm not telling a lie, this is true. So the information you should say should be a little bit outrageous, a little bit unbelievable, something that's, most people will think, hey, that's not true, you're lying. That's when we use no cap. So my old teacher used to throw chalk at us. No cap. Okay. Throwing chalk at the students is kind of crazy. It's kind of unbelievable. But I'm saying no cap. I'm being honest. He knows many languages. No cap. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so these are a little bit hard to use, especially with no cap. You're saying it at the end. That's the most common. Or you're using it to respond to someone. All right, good job, Miranda. That was how I used no cap. That was the best concert I've ever been to. No cap. Okay, so 5 slang words today: flex, tea, vibe, hangry, and no cap. All right. Any questions with those 5? Both are good friends, no cap? Yeah, sure. Both of them are good friends, no cap? Yeah, that works. That you're saying, I'm being honest, they're my friends. Both of them are good friends. Both are good friends, no cap. That works, Paramish. Some flexes to impress others. Some, you want to put with some, you need a noun here. So like some people flex to impress others, I would say. Some people flex. Some people, I would say here. Now a lot of times we're using, because flex, the actual physical meaning of showing your muscles, you're showing off, right? So that kind of is not that hard to believe. But recently, as a noun, it's probably a little bit more common now, because that's not normal. Because flex here, because it's slang, and we're not going to pluralize flex. So if you're using it as a noun, it's never going to become a plural noun. But we could use it as a verb. He always flexes to impress others. because we're actually saying that some action is a flex. Does that make sense, Miranda? So the for here, flex as a noun, we're never going to make it with an S. It's never going to be plural. We're saying that, one of the action that someone has done, the showing off, that would be a flex. And then if we use it as a verb, you can put the S. So flexes as a noun will never be plural. It's always going to be a flex. Now, for example, let's say I'm having dinner. Me and like 2-3 friends, we're all having dinner. The bill comes. It is not plural. I use it as a. Okay, if you're using it as a verb, some is a quantitative verb, is a quantitative word, so it needs to have a noun. Some people, some cars, some trees. So in this situation, that's why I said some people. Some people flex. If you want to say flexes, he, she flexes. Some of them, yeah, you can say that. Oh, some of them, that's fine. But then it would be some of them flex, not flexes. Some of them flex to impress others. No ES in that situation, because some of them would mean they flex. Okay, perfect. Any other questions? Generally with flex, we're going to use it as a singular noun, but it could be plural noun. His Instagram page is full of flexes. From pictures of cars to boats to money. Then we've got T. T is gossip. Vibe is mood. Hangry is you're hungry, so you're angry. And then no cap, no lie. All right, so anybody who wants to do a sentence, example sentence for 4 and 5, do so. Leave it in the comment section. I will check it. Fighting Boards, how are you today? I've been okay. Thank you for asking. How about yourself? It's been a pretty good day today. We got a typhoon coming towards Japan, so we're all kind of preparing for that. Other than that, yeah, everything is good. How about you? How have you been? Yeah, and today is only it was supposed to be a really quick lesson. Only 5 vocabulary words today. Flex, T, vibe, hangry, no cap. All slang. All current 2020s slang. But I'm glad I got to see you at the very end. I'm glad I got to say hi to you. Flex means to show off. To show off. So flex means to show off. And usually show off something. So a lot of people on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, they really like to flex. You know, they'll post a picture of like some exotic vacation they were on, or they get the new car they bought, or the new purse, or something. So that's a flex. No cap, yeah, when something is true, good. T is gossip. T is gossip. Vibe is the mood. That cafe has a really chill vibe. Coming to the party. Coming to the party. Coming to the party dressed up was a flex when no one was officially dressed. When no one was really dressed up. I wouldn't say officially, but really. When no one was really dressed up. Yeah, coming to the party all dressed up was a flex. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like a good vibe, like have tea. Yep, spill the tea. All right, yeah, I saw a monkey on in the streets. No cap, perfect. And then hangry, hangry. This happens to so many people. You become so hungry, you become angry. No cap, man. Everything you've seen is true, man. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Here was the example sentence for hangry. Portmanteau words in there. Nice, very good, nice. So just a quick little 5 slang words that we use all the time these days. Some of them are becoming quite old now, so it's not new anymore. Hangry is fairly old. T is still used quite a bit now. Vibe is used all the time. Flex is used all the time. No cap is becoming old now too. All right, so anybody who wants to do an example sentence for flex and no cap, you can do that right now. Or anybody watching on the replay, do it as homework. I've met so many annoying people. Maybe they're always hangry. Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe. Maybe they're always hangry. Do you get? I don't know if I get hangry. I don't think I get hangry. I'm pretty good with controlling my anger just because I'm hungry. Hunger doesn't really bother me too much. And especially not right now, because especially since I've got a cookie that I made yesterday right next to me. Okay, guys. Great 5 words here. I'll leave that as the final thing to see. Those 5 words. Give it a shot. Start using them. We do use them a lot. This is spoken English. This is spoken English. We're going to use these words a lot. So try it. You're going to start hearing it a lot. If you're watching, American TV, you will hear this a lot. YouTube, people will always be saying it. So that was episode number 2. Episode number 2 of 5 easy slang words to know. He always tries to flex with his muscular body. Perfect, Fighting Boars. Nice. You're very welcome, Fighting Boars. All right, guys. Time for me. It's almost 1 a.m. here. I'm going to have a drink, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to hope to try to do another lesson tomorrow as well. Another little quick lesson. This one didn't end up becoming quick, but we'll do another one as well, most likely tomorrow. Thank you, Miranda. I don't think the typhoon's going to be that bad. I think it was supposed to come tomorrow, but now it might come on Thursday. So Tokyo should be fine. And my light just died. So that's a sign. It's time to go to bed. Vitamers, thank you very much. Sweet dreams to you as well. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys all in the next live lesson. I appreciate all of you very much. See ya.